This is one of the oldest terrariums that I have. I made it around 2 years ago, maybe now, and it needs a makeover. Or, rather, a redo. So I've cleaned the jar out, let's get to it. I put these really water absorbent rocks in the bottom to hold as much water as possible. And then I put a window screen mesh over them to stop soil from spilling into there. I've put the soil in a horizontal angle, which will better show off the front of this. I'm putting in a large stone as the main feature of this, and pressing it in firm so it stays in place. I now need to choose some moss from my moss collection, which, believe it or not, I have. I'm going to choose several different types. Don't ask me the names, but from this first box, I just thought this first one looked cool, and it also had some wood already attached, which would also look nice. I carefully picked out the moss that I wanted to put in here, and set it aside. I chose a few different types. Again, I can't tell you what they're called. But here you see I'm putting in the little pieces of wood and starting to place the moss inside. I carefully picked apart the moss just so it was the right shape to fit in where I wanted it to. I pressed the moss into the soil firmly so it wasn't loose. Now I just had to get some of this other moss to fill in the gaps. This moss is kind of spongy, so it's best for compressing into small spaces, which means it makes the area look more full when I fill in the gaps between the different types of moss. Now I'm adding a few stones, just to add to the vibe of the whole thing, just a little bit more. And I finally placed the lid on the jar, and I would say this terrarium is done. And there's even a little friend in there. I'm gonna name him Caterpie. I think it turned out pretty good.